Well, let's move away from Europe now, as South Korea's former president, Yoon Yeol, will appear in court on Wednesday as prosecutors push for his detention. Yoon is accused of orchestrating a failed martial law bid last December, a move that led to his impeachment and removal from office in April. The Seoul Central District Court will hear arguments from both sides before deciding whether to grant the detention request. Yoon faces serious charges, including rebellion and abuse of power, crimes that could carry a life sentence or even the death penalty. Security around the court is tight. If detained, Yoon will await further proceedings at the Seoul Detention Centre. Prosecutors argue he poses a flight risk and could interfere with witnesses. The probe has intensified under President Lee Jae-myung's administration. Yoon's legal team has rejected the charges, calling the investigation politically motivated and lacking solid evidence. A ruling is expected by Thursday. Well, joining us to discuss this situation, Dr. Satoru Nagao, a fellow at the Hudson Institute, joining us from Tokyo, Japan. Dr. Nagao, thank you for joining us once again today on the programme. Can you provide some more context on the political instability that this has caused and the ramifications of it across South Korea, which some say still remains divided, with supporters in pockets for the impeached president?
Yes, South Korea politics is divided always. Indeed, traditionally, historically, this was divided by region. And in the past, this divided region formed independent country. So two independent countries were there. So that's why this regional division and the opinion division is based on the traditional and relatively long history. So that's why the current government supporter and former government supporter indeed originally divided. But recently, the situation in the world affects politics in the South Korea too. Through the SNS, through the global information flow. So that's why a little bit opinion difference is wider than the past. So that's why even if the former government side was failure, especially the former President Yoon's failure, the COP has happened in the last December. So that time, of course, this failure was seriously affected public opinion, and 70% or more than 70% opposed that move. But now the return to the normal situation, still half and half supported. Half support former government side, half support current government side. So this is a little bit traditional and original part of the South Korea politics. But anyway, another traditional part of the South Korea politics is after the president ends their term, they go to jail. So this was a traditional pattern, unfortunately. So now the President Yoon is under protest to go to jail. A little bit earlier because of his failure, but anyway, this is repeated tradition in South Korea's politics.
Thank you, Dr. Nagao, for providing that insight. If you stay with us, we are going to stay in the region